Hi there, my name is Shegun Johnson, and I've been bringing talks on democracy because I believe that Africans ought to know democracy from their viewpoint. For so many years, we've depended on democracy as was handed over by the colonial masters, and therefore people have been siphoning money out of Africa into the hands of their colonial masters. Talk about the Francophones, the Portuguese, the Anglophones. Now, we cannot continue that way. So I put it upon myself to explain what democracy is all about. Democracy deals with the security and welfare of the people. Today, I just want to say something about democracy and your economy. Now, there are two sides of the balance sheet, the income and the expenditure. Every citizen of the state must know how much comes into the hands of the government and how much they are spending it. And not only that, they must know whether it is properly spent, properly managed. And so you must hold them to one, transparency, and two, accountability. You cannot squander the government money because it is not a personal money. It has to be justified how much they spent on what project. Is it an elephant project or a rubbish project? It has to be determined, properly discussed, experts calling, so that every penny is spent. Democracy is about how to improve the economy of the nation, which will eventually come to help the standard of living, the welfare of the people, and where the citizens are just complacent, the government officials have all the free hands to do what is not right for the people, and the people continue to live in squalor. So we need to get it right. The citizens must know how much comes in, for instance, in Nigeria, the oil revenue, the agricultural revenue, the mineral revenue, how much, and the taxes. Or every citizen must pay his or her own tax. And all of these are put into one. The agency in Nigeria is called Federal Inland Revenue Services, and they bring it together and give it to the government to spend. The government in a budget will write the budget and present it to the National Assembly, which is the parliament, to discuss and remove some and add some, and eventually give it back to the executive to implement the accounts that must be spent. And so when we look at all of this, we will see development, and the people will be involved in how much comes in and how much goes out. This is how democracy affects the economy of the country and eventually affects the welfare of the people. I will be explaining more on this as the days go by. I'll be operating from Monday to Friday, and just for a few minutes that you may grasp what democracy is all about, because for too long the people have been put in the dark, and it's not supposed to be so. My name is Shegun Johnson. Until I come your way on Monday, God bless you all.